First off is our AP offering for next year. It's AP Language and Composition, which is all about argument, going back to Aristotle and some early Western thinkers about how we argue things. We talk about the author, the speaker for an argument, the purpose, and how they might convey that argument to a specific audience using things like ethos, pathos, and logos. And we study a lot of writing, and we study a lot of really great pieces.
One of the offered elective English credits is multicultural literature, and multicultural literature is all about getting to know different people's experiences, learning where people come from, where they've been, and asking that question, why? Why are people the way that they are today?
World literature, I guess, and we basically, the only qualifier for this course is that it comes from outside of the United States. And so we look at other cultures' mythology and ancient texts. We look at classic Greek plays. And from there, we try and do personal choice or a class choice about a Shakespeare novel that we might, or a play that we might read, or literature from Africa or Russia or Central Asia. And
another graduation requirement you have is American literature. You can satisfy it through two different classes, American literature or Indigenous lit. In American literature, we focus on authors within the United States and their different perspectives throughout multiple time periods. Indigenous literature, we focus on North America and South America and read books written by authors of Indigenous communities, cultures, and their perspectives and experiences.
Creative writing, and writing's a powerful tool. The class is all about. It's all about expressing ourselves through writing. So it's going to be kind of a part English course, writing course, part art class. So we're going to kind of look at different songs, poems, and things like that. Kind of look at what makes them tick and write some songs and poems and other creative pieces of our own.
And finally, another writing option is college writing, and this focuses more on nonfiction types of writing, essays and argument papers, using evidence in our writing and shaping our papers into something that is recognizable and desirable from a first year, second year writing college course.
There are 3 integrated math classes here at TrekNorth. So you have to take Integrated Math 1 your 9th grade year, Integrated Math 2 your 10th grade year.
Are you looking to take the ACT? Are you thinking, I want to go to college, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a pharmacist? Then take iMath 3. That's the class for you. But what if you're, I hate math, Tammy. I don't know what I'm going to do after college. And what is math good for anyway? Stats is the class for you. But Tammy, I'm looking to push myself. I'm a pretty good reader. I'm okay at math. What could I do? AP Stats. Great course. Lots of reading, lots of interpretation, just a little bit of algebra. College credit even.
So environmental science is a required class for high schoolers. And what we talk about in there are things like what is happening in the planet today. So things with air and water and people and of course climate change. We also cover earth science standards. So things like the universe and how the solar system formed. AP Environmental Science is a year-long class that meets the requirement for environmental science, but also allows you to potentially get college credit. So we cover a lot of the same things that are in environmental science, but we also do some fun field trips. We go to the wastewater treatment plant, and haven't you always wanted to know what happens to your poo after you flush it? We've also done some field trips in the past to a wind farm and a coal mine and a power plant. And so I try to get you out into the community and seeing the things that we're talking about.
Why does salt make the ice melt? Why do you have to boil pasta longer at Denver, Colorado? Why is the periodic table arranged the way it is? If you take chemistry, you'll explore the answers to all those questions and more, and discover all the chemistry happening around you every day. If I launch a 5-kilogram pumpkin from a catapult at a 30-degree angle going 20 meters per second, how far does it go? If you take physics, you'll be able to figure out the answer to that question, along with learning more about motion, sound, light, and even some modern topics like quantum mechanics. Do stuff, make stuff, build stuff. In STEM class, you'll use the engineering design process to solve challenges using computer-aided drawing, 3D printing, robotics programming, and even some drone coding. In STEM class, we're all about learning by doing.
Hi, I'm Alexis, and I teach biology, and you should sign up. It's a required class. It's super fun. We talk about everything involved in life, like cells and moose and nature and being outside in aquatic ecosystems and terrestrial ecosystems, and it's a good time. And I'm excited to see you there.
U.S. History 1. This class looks at the beginning half of United States history. We'll look at indigenous nations, pre-European contact. We'll look at the colonial period of the United States and the impact of slavery on America.
And AP Human Geography gives you your human geography credit along with your world history credit. It's a year-long class. Going to be super awesome. Talk about everything from population, culture, the environment, birth rates, is the world going to end? All of those fun things. So sign up.
World history is a course that takes us from 1750 to 1914, and U.S. History 2 will cover the years of 1945, just after the Second World War, until 2003 approximately.
Hola, hola, hola. I'm Catherine, the Spanish teacher here at TrekNorth, and I want to tell you about the classes that I've got to offer. Everybody needs to take a full year of Spanish to meet the requirements for graduation. That means you need to take Spanish 1 and 2. After you've taken that, you can move on and take Spanish 3 and 4 and even AP Spanish. In my Spanish classes, we do a lot of things like use songs, stories, films, and games so that we can learn the language and also dive deep into the Spanish-speaking culture. Why would it be a good idea to learn a foreign language? It helps with travel, jobs. You get to learn about yourself and other people. So if you haven't taken Spanish 1 or 2 yet, get signed up. And if you have, I'll see you in Spanish 3 or 4 or even AP.
Hello, you have some art classes to choose from. We've got painting, drawing, and sculpture that all focus on materials, techniques, and mediums that are unique to each type of process. So the drawing process, painting process, and sculptural process. In mixed media, we focus on combining some of those together. So you would create paintings or drawings or sculptures using a combination of materials. In ethnic art, you look at a particular culture, learn about the people, traditions, and art styles, and create art of your own using those thoughts and ideas. And lastly, in AP art, you have 3 portfolios to choose from. There's a drawing portfolio, 2D portfolio, and a 3D portfolio. You investigate a question. So you come up with a question that you want to find the answer to, and visually you explore that through a series of artworks. If you submit and pass those portfolios, you get college credit. And it is possible for you to take AP Art sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. So you can take all 3 portfolios over the course of high school and get college credit for those.
The music classes being offered are piano. This class is for any level of music experience, whether the student is a beginner or advanced piano player. The focus of piano at TrekNorth is to help students grow as musicians. Varsity choir. This is an auditioned choir, and the audition is with me. Students spend their time together learning music in small and large ensembles. There are 3 vocal contests along with concerts for the community. Music theory and composition. Students will gain a better understanding of music and how it works. By the end of this course, students will be able to analyze chords, scales, and other components of written music. Each student in this class will create their own original musical composition. Having a semester of piano class is strongly encouraged.
So high school health can be taken as an elective credit. And in it, we talk about things that are important to you as high school students. Things like relationships and mental health and addiction and what's happening in the teenage brain. So we're looking at lots of different ways for you to be healthy. We also work on a practice of mindfulness, which can help you concentrate and focus on things when you really need to be concentrating.
Ethnic studies. This class looks at the experiences of communities that are usually ignored by U.S. history textbooks. We'll look at marginalized groups, particularly looking at the ethnic identities of Indigenous Americans, Latinx Americans, Asian Americans, Black and African Americans. And to do that, we'll use a critical lens to explore the role of race and ethnicity and nationality and culture in the historical and current United States.
Hi, I'm Chance. I'll be teaching philosophy and religion, where we will be talking about the world's major religions, understanding their basic principles so we have a better understanding of those that live with us and live around us. And then we'll also be talking about life's big questions of, life in the universe, questions that humans have been pondering for thousands and thousands of years. Is an ostrich a bird? Why is this ostrich to the left of me? All these things will be answered in philosophy and religion.
Hello, I'm Chelsea Jordan. I will be teaching American Indian Language and Culture Studies. In this class, students will learn of American Indian oral stories, lessons and games about land, art, histories and languages in a multidisciplinary curriculum that deepen the learning of core subjects. We will primarily be focused on the Ojibwe language and culture, but we'll discuss other tribes as well. This course will allow for students to learn more local histories. We will be working with the seasons for hands-on learning of the Ojibwe Winter Games and either harvesting wild rice or maple sap and or harvesting birch bark.